Okay guys, I'm absolutely stoked for this video. The truck turned about 240,000 miles on it, and the turbo finally starting to go out on it. It's getting a lot of shaft play, and it's only making about 10-12 pounds of boost, and it's starting to make some funky noises. So ever since I got the truck, I wanted to put a bigger turbo in it, and I have finally gotten the opportunity to do so. This is the Turbo Lab of America 6767 turbo kit for the 5.9, obviously 5.9 Cummins. I believe they changed the turbo in 04 to the HE351, which is this turbo right here. The kit was like 750 bucks, which I don't think is too terrible. It comes with everything. It comes with the compressor housing, the billet wheel, internal kit, the center, I don't know what you call it, the center cartridge, the exhaust wheel and shaft, and the exhaust housing. So it's everything to build a drop-in 67mm turbo into your truck. So if you do not have the proper snap ring pliers for this, I'm warning you right now, it is going to be one of the biggest pain in the ass you have ever experienced in your life. But the only thing that goes into holding these center bearings in, there's a snap ring on the inside and the outside of the front and the rear bushings in the housing. So that's fairly simple and straightforward. So the next thing that's going to be installed is going to be these thrust collars, which go on in these little recesses right here on the outsides of both of the bearings. So now that that little collar is in, the next thing that goes in is the thrust bearing. So after you get that thrust bearing in, then the next thing that goes on is your small heat deflector that goes on the back side of this, and this other piston ring goes onto this little collar right here that goes on the back side of this plate, and then the snap ring goes on top. Apologize, I couldn't really film it, but there's not really any way to film this and assemble it at the same time. But the last thing that's going to go on is there's another piston ring, I guess, that goes on the exhaust shaft in that little groove. Then you push it in and it'll snap on, and also have to put the dust shield on. And then the last thing that will go on is your compressor wheel, and if I didn't lose it, this nut. And other than that, that'll be it, and that has to be torqued down. And then I can put the exhaust housing and the compressor housing on with this big ass snap ring. This is not going to be fun, but that's the last of it that'll have to go together, and then it can go in the truck. As the turbo is in, I apologize, I didn't really get any footage of it. I didn't have a second hand to help me out to record, but I had this a long time ago, this S&B intake, so I threw that back on there. It sounds really good with this turbo. Turbo down there. Hopefully it'll do good. Hopefully it'll last a while. Here we go in the first drive. Let's see what it sounds like. Wow. Thing sounds like a jet. I don't know what's going on with my boost gauge, but it seems to be not cooperating at the moment. Alright guys, I'm on the way home from work. I got the car all loaded up on the back there. I don't know if you can barely see it on the trailer, but figured I'd give a little video driving so you guys can hear what it sounds like, see the EGTs, what boost it's making and everything like that. It's just margin on the highway. This is only about a quarter throttle. It's only making, or not only, but making 16 pounds of boost, quarter throttle. Shifted into overdrive. We're only at about a little over 1,000, just under 1,100 on the EGTs, just barely touching the throttle. Holding steady, 67 pounds now, just barely cruising. IATs are good. It's pretty cool out tonight. It's 66 degrees. A little more throttle. Obviously the EGTs are going to go up, but this thing lights up very quick, especially with the trailer on it, I noticed. I'm on my fuel economy tune right now with the Edge tuner. I had to actually turn it up because I was noting the truck was very sluggish when I put this turbo on, and I was looking for boost leaks everywhere. The truck wasn't hardly making any boost, and it ended up just being that the turbo was not getting enough exhaust gas to spool fully. So everything is solved now. I put the tune on it, and then it ended up blowing the intercooler. So I got a little bit of an upgraded intercooler, which helped out with the EGTs a lot. Before I put the tune and the intercooler on it, it was getting up 1300, just trying to merge on to the highway and just trying to hit, not flooring it, but you know, just trying to get on it, get around cars and stuff like that. But I don't have that problem anymore now. It barely even gets to 1200 or about 1100 degrees towing now, so that's really good. On flat ground right now, going 60 miles an hour, holding about 6-7 pounds. But if I barely start to roll into it like you guys saw before, it climbs pretty quick. Poor man's Jake brake, but if I downshift with it, it holds some back pressure, and it helps slow the truck down pretty good. It doesn't even feel like I have the trailer behind my truck anymore. This turbo makes great power without pushing too much boost through the motor. I'm still on stock head bolts and stock head gasket, so I don't want to go crazy with the tune and push like 40-50 pounds through it. Right now, how it's set up, it's great for towing, and right now with stop and go traffic, when I was on the way to work earlier, I was averaging 15 miles to the gallon, which isn't terrible. I was on the highway unloaded with the fuel economy tune going 60 miles an hour, and I got 25 miles to the gallon, which was pretty great. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely did. Next video, I am entering a stick shift class tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for me, it'll be a couple days for you guys, but I'll be at Rockingham Dragway doing the 2021 street car event, and they're also doing index racing and a street class. So I'm not so sure if I'm going to do the street class or not, because I know there's probably going to be some pretty fast stuff. Or last time I went to a stick class, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Grubworm. I think it's a third, I don't know, it's the mid-90s round body Camaro. I'm not very familiar with the older Camaros, but it is a wicked fast turbo stick car. I'm shivering in my pants. I really hope I'm not gonna have to go up against him and that he won't be there, but if he is, it'll be cool to see it. It's a really fast car. I will make a video of that and try to get some footage of the stick class. So thanks for watching.